Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Radha Manahari, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Radha Manahari, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radha Manahari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura. Jayam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Ashtottara Satasri Srimad Divine Grace Abhay Charana Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Srila Prabhupada ki Prabhupada Anuga ki Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki Nittai Gaur Premanande. All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Guranga, all glories to Shri Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudidayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Kaura Bhakta Vrinda. Reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita today. Today is Gundicha. Today is Gundicha Marjana. Gundicha is the name of the place which Lord Jagannath goes to in Rath Yatra from his main temple, his place, to Gundicha temple. So there is pastime of Lord Chaitanya called Gundicha Marjana. Marjana means cleaning. Cleaning of the Gundicha temple. So we have all sorts of pastimes of the Lord, and we can see here the Lord personally involves himself in cleaning the temple. This is coming at the right time when we are also trying to clean the temple. Gundicha Marjana is being done. In his Amrita Pravaha Bhashya, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur summarizes this chapter as follows. The king of Orissa, Maharaja Prataparudra, tried his best to see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Nityananda Prabhu and the other devotees informed the Lord about the king's desire, but Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would not agree to see him. At that time, Sri Nityananda Prabhu devised a plan and he sent a piece of the Lord's outward garment to the king. The next day, when people can't hear, just to be so loud, is it? Just we increase the volume? Previous volume was okay or this volume is okay? This volume is better. Sri Nityananda Prabhu and the other devotees informed the Lord about the king's desire, but Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would not agree to see him. At that time, Sri Nityananda Prabhu devised a plan and he sent a piece of the Lord's outward garment to the king. The next day, when Ramananda Rai again entreated Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to see the king, the Lord, denying the request, asked Ramananda Rai to bring the king's son before him. The prince visited the Lord dressed like a Vaishnava, and this awakened remembrance of Krishna. Thus Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered the son of Maharaj Prataparudra. After this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu washed the Gundicha's temple. Before the Rath Yatra took place, he then took his bath at Indradumna lake and partook of prasadam in the garden nearby. While Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu washed the temple of Gundicha, a Gaudiya Vaishnava washed the lotus feet of the Lord and drank the water. This incident is very significant, for it awoke within the devotee ecstatic love. Then the son of Advaita Prabhu named Gopal fainted during Kirtana, and when he did not come to his senses, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu favored him by awakening him. There was also some humorous talk between Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Prabhu during Prasadam. Advaita Prabhu said that Nityananda Prabhu was unknown to anyone, that it was not the duty of a householder Brahmana to accept dinner with a person unknown in society. In answer to this humorous statement, Sri Nityananda Prabhu replied that Advaita Acharya was a monist and that one could not know how his mind could be turned by eating with such an impersonalist. The conversation of these two Prabhus, Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Prabhu, carried a deep meaning. Can you put the fan, please? A lot of flies here. Deep meaning that only an intelligent person can understand. After all the Vaishnavas finished their luncheon, Swarupa Damodar and others took their prasadam within the room. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took great pleasure when he saw the Jagannath deity after the period of the deity's retirement. At that time, the Lord Chaitanya was accompanied by all the devotees and all of them were very pleased. Text 1, Sri Gundicha Mandiram Atma Vrindehi Samarjayan Kshalantah Sagauraha Savittavat Chittalam Ujvalam Cha Krishnopadesha Paukikam Chakara. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu washed and cleansed the Gundicha temple with his devotees and associates. In this way, he made it as cool, as bright as his own heart. Thus he made the temple a befitting place for Lord Sri Krishna to sit. Jaya Jaya Gaura Chandra Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Gaura Chandra, all glories to Nityananda, all glories to Advaita Chandra, and all glories to the devotees of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jaya Jaya Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Gana Saki Deha Kariyena Chaitanya Varnana. All glories to the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, headed by Srivas Thakura. I beg their power so that I can properly describe Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Purve Dakshina Hoite Prabhu Yave Oila Tanre Milite Gajapati Utkantita Hoila. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned from his South Indian tour, Maharaja Prataparudra, the king of Orissa, became very anxious to meet him. It's a long chapter reading. We'll read only from the Gundicha Marjana. So take the correct thing and keep a bookmark and give. We'll just lose time. Text 72, Madhya Leela, chapter 12. प्रथमे काशी मिश्रे प्रभु बोलाइला परिचा पात्रे सार्वभौमे bolana onila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first of all called for Kashi Mishra, then for the superintendent of the temple, then for Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. When these three people came before the Lord, he begged them for permission to wash the temple known as Gundicha. Purport: the Gundicha temple is situated 2 miles northeast of the Jagannath temple. At the time of the Rath Yatra festival, Lord Jagannath goes to the Gundicha temple from his original temple and stays there for 1 week. After 1 week, he returns to his original temple. It is understood by hearsay that the wife of Indradyumna, the king who established the Jagannath temple, was known as Gundicha. There is also mention of the name of the Gundicha temple in authoritative scripture. Area of the Gundicha temple is estimated to be 288 cubits by 215 cubits. A cubit is about 1.5 feet. The main temple inside is about 36 cubits by 30 cubits. And the Kirtana hall is 32 cubits by 30 cubits. Upon hearing the Lord's request for permission to wash the Gundicha temple, the Padicha, superintendent of the temple, said, "My dear sir, we are all your servants. Whatever you desire is our duty to perform." The king gave a special order for me to do without delay whatever your lordship orders. My dear Lord, washing the temple is not service befitting you. Nonetheless, if you wish to do it, it is to be accepted as one of your pastimes. To wash the temple, you need many water pots and brooms. Therefore, order me, I can immediately bring all these things to you. As soon as the superintendent had understood the desire of the Lord, he immediately delivered 100 new water pots and 100 brooms for sweeping the temple. Aradine prabhate lana nijagana Shrehaste sabar ange lepila chandana. The next day, early in the morning, the Lord took his personal associates with him and with his own hand smeared sandalwood pulp on their bodies. He then gave each devotee a broom with his own hand, and taking all of them personally with him, the Lord went to Gundicha. In this way, the Lord and his associates went to cleanse the Gundicha temple. At first, they cleansed the temple with the brooms. The Lord cleansed everything inside the temple very nicely, including the ceiling. He then took up the setting place, Simhasana, cleansed it, and again put it in its original place. Chota Bada Mandira Koila, Marjana Shodhana, Pache Taiche, Shodila Sri Jagan Mohana. Thus the Lord and his companions cleansed and swept all the temple's buildings, big and small, and finally cleansed the area between the temple and the Kirtana hall. Indeed, hundreds of devotees were engaged in cleansing all around the temple, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was personally carrying out the operation just to instruct others. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu washed and cleansed the temple in great jubilation, chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna all the time. Similarly, all the devotees were also chanting and at the same time performing their respective duties. The entire beautiful body of the Lord was covered with dust and dirt. In this way, it became transcendently beautiful. At times, when cleansing the temple, the Lord shed tears, and in some places, he even cleansed with those tears. Bhoga Mandira Shodhana Kori Shodhila Prangana Shakala Avasakrame Korila Shodhana. After this, the place where the deity's food was kept, Bhoga Mandira, was cleansed. Then the yard was cleansed, and then all the residential quarters, one after the another. After Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu collected all the straw, dust, and grains of sand in one place, he gathered it all in his cloth and threw it outside. Following the example of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all the devotees in great jubilation began to gather straws and dust with their own cloths and throw them outside the temple. The Lord then told the devotees, I can tell you how much you have labored and how well you have cleansed the temple simply by seeing all the straw and dust you have collected outside. Even though all the devotees collected dirt in one pile, the dirt collected by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was much greater. After the inside of the temple was cleansed, the Lord again allotted areas for the devotees to cleanse. The Lord then ordered everyone to cleanse the inside of the temple very perfectly by taking finer dust, straws and grains of sand and throwing them outside. After Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the Vaishnavas cleansed the temple for the second time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy to see the cleansing work. While the temple was being swept, about 100 men stood near with filled water pots, and they simply awaited the Lord's order to throw the water from them. As soon as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called for water, all the men immediately brought the 100 water pots, which were completely filled, and delivered them before the Lord. This way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first washed the main temple and then thoroughly washed the ceiling, the walls, the floor, the sitting place, Simhasana, and everything else within the room. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself and his devotees began to throw water into the ceiling. When this water fell, it washed the walls and floor. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to wash the sitting place of Lord Jagannath with his own hands, and all the devotees began to bring water to the Lord. Bhakta Gana Kore Griha Madhya Prakshalana Nija Nija Haste Kore Mandira Marjana. All the devotees within the temple began to wash. Each one had a broom in his hand, and in this way they cleansed the temple of the Lord. केहा जल आनी दिया महाप्रभु रे करे केहा जल दिया तान रे चरण उपरे. Someone brought water to pour into the hands of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Someone poured water on his lotus feet. Keha lukhana kare se jalapana keha magi laya keha anye karadana. The water that fell from the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was drunk by someone who hid himself. Someone else begged for that water, and another person was giving that water in charity. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Yad yad acharati sreshta tat tat evetaro janah. What the great people do, the common men will follow. So here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he knows that Gundicha temple, the Lord will arrive and stay for 1 week. The rest of the time, there's not much going on there. Maybe collecting a lot of dust and dirt and everything. So for the arrival of the Rath, the Lord was willing to do the seva of cleaning the Gundicha temple. Of course, he was told that we will get it done for you. The Lord desired that he will personally do it. It is mentioned here, he asked for brooms, water pots, and all these things for cleaning. And it was supplied because Maharaja Pratap Rudra had given order, whatever he asks, give him. Because he was trying to see him and waiting to see, it was not happening. However, Lord started cleaning, and it is mentioned in a very detailed way. First, he did dry clean. First, take out all the dust, take out all the small dirt, crevices, clean every place, all the dust that is accumulated. And then sweep, broom. First, take out with your hand all the dust, then sweep, broom. Then after that, pour water. Whatever thing is clicking here and there, sticking here and there, that will also come out. Then it will become completely clean, 100% clean. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is directing the cleaning, and he's showing how to clean. What is the procedure? First, take out dust and take out all the dust. Throw it out. Then after that, you use a broom or a brush and remove whatever more you find. Take it and throw it out. Then after that, you spray, wash. He's throwing water to the ceiling and making it fall on the walls and carry all the remaining dirt that is sticking. Complete. After that, it is fit for decoration and everything for the Lord to sit on. This is the procedure for cleaning. First a dry clean, then broom and brush, and then water clean. You become totally clean. And each one of this signifies something. You will see this pastime of the Lord is very illustrative. Cleaning is of two types, Prabhupada told us. One is external cleaning, which Lord Chaitanya is doing and showing. And the other one is internal cleaning. Prabhupada says for external cleaning, you should take a bath 2-3 times a day. And then for internal cleaning, what should you do? To chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Niki. These two types of cleaning. Cleanliness. The idea of people who are sattvic, brahminical, they can never stay in a place which is not clean. First thing they'll do is to take and clean the things. Then only they can sit down there. Staying in a place. The sign of a person in complete tamoguna is he will sleep in the place that is dirty. He will sit down. He will eat there only. And he is complete tamoguna. Not a brahminical quality at all. Right? So the fact that you are in sattva gunas, it can never be peaceful if there is dirt around. Very disturbing. And not only that, in sattvika guna, if there is dirt, other types of living entities come and live there. It is not clean. And what they will do is to influence your mind, influence your thinking and their thoughts. So when you are dirty and you're sitting in dirty surroundings, you will get all sorts of strange thoughts also. Your subtle body will be affected by the gross uncleanliness around. To that extent is the effect. There's a whole information on that. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing how we should keep clean physically. Prabhupada told us that in deity worship, punctuality and cleanliness are the most important things. Keep the place very clean because Lord is sitting here in a simhasana. Keeping it very clean shows that you are in the right consciousness. Shows that you are at least in sattvic mode. This is very important. Because unless you are in sattva guna, you can't actually perform devotional service. There's a statement of Prabhupada saying that unless you are in sattvika guna, how can you render devotional service? Right? So this is a very important aspect. But the more important aspect One thing is cleansing yourself physically, the other thing is cleansing your subtle body. The other thing is cleansing yourself spiritually. Cheto darpanam archanam. Bhava mahadhavagni nirvapanam. 3 stages of cleansing required. 3 levels of cleansing required. So here, if you keep your place clean and then you perform your activities there, you'll be in Sattvika Guna. In Sattvika Guna, Tatra Sattvam Nirmalatvat Prakashakam Anamayam Sukha Sangena Bhadnati Jnana Sangena Chanaka. Jnana Sangena Chanaka. So Jnana, knowledge, will be associated with knowledge if you are in Sattvika Guna. You'll know what is right, what is wrong. And you will tend to do the right thing. You can analyze things properly. All these things become very difficult and cloudy when you are in Tamogun and Rajogun. So what? You ask us, so what? I don't understand this. I cannot make a distinction. Because you are in Tamoguna. But a person in Sattvic Guna will very clearly tell you this, like this, like this, like this. You can see it very clearly and tell. You see everything as one. Not required. Not important. Don't analyze this. So, by the nature of people in Kali Yuga, mostly in Tamogun and Rajogun, many of these things are not possible. You tend to become settled and normalized in Rajogun and Tamogun. So if you see some dirt, so what? It's dirt. I don't mind dirt. You don't feel that this is a Lord's temple. It should be cleaned. He's watching from there. It's dirty. You become conscious of your responsibility. Part of sadhana and is to know and understand the presence of the Lord in His Archa Vigraha form. At least the minimum we can do is recognize His presence and therefore do certain things physically should be paka. This is very important. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing that he's personally cleaning and he's saying that I will understand how well you have cleaned by how much you have taken out. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pile was bigger than everybody else's. He was wanting to show that there is so much dirt. You don't see it. You accept it as being part of you. No, it is dirt. You have to take it out. It will be clean. So in this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is performing a nice pastime here. Like I mentioned, Yadyad Acharati Sreshta. He is going himself and doing it and showing that this is how you should do it. You should keep the temple so clean. So clean. People become very surprised. Most ISKCON temples are kept very clean because it's Prabhupada's order. So most people feel that enna கோயில் மாதிரி இல்லை. Why? It's too clean. Most of the temples are not at all clean. When you go there, bat will come, bat stool will be there everywhere. Very difficult to reach out there and clean. It's an old temple, stone temple. You can see dirt hanging everywhere. It's not possible to clean. It's not possible to clean. It's not that it's not possible to clean. It's not possible to clean because you don't want it to be cleaned. You're not bothered about it. But in ISKCON temples, it will be painted clean. It will be clean, this thing. So you feel very odd. Should not be so clean. So you got so used to seeing an unclean temple. So used, and this particular smell has to come when you enter. One type of smell will come. If you're cleaning it once a year, one type of smell will come. If you're not at all cleaning it, another type of smell will come. And if you're cleaning it regularly, no smell will come. And that becomes the Kovil Maria Manakalaye. Because it's normalized inside you. Normalized. You have to see some cobwebs on the little metal fan there, dangling like this in the breeze. And on the side, you see a big etikali there. And then you'll see one vowel coming at you. And then the Vaishnava will come and say, put all the tulsi all over the place, and then he will give you some this thing. And that atmosphere and that feeling, this sort is a temple. Actually, you got normalized to the dirt. Here, Lord Chaitanya has take out every bit of dust and dirt from every crack and crevice.
throw it out, put it, brush it first, then put water, spray it and clean it.
Because when we do that, actually, it's not that Krishna is waiting for you to do that. When we do that, we are cleaning our own heart. We're cleaning our own heart. We must do all these things very enthusiastically, with great interest and with focus. That's what Lord Chaitanya is showing. His focus is so deep and paka. He's cleaning the Simhasana, he's cleaning everything and chanting Hare Krishna. Very happy. When I read this pastime, I feel that it doesn't matter what you do as a service. It matters how you connect with Krishna in that service. And that service will become the most exciting service for you to do. If you don't connect, you will feel it is a pain in the neck given to me by my guru, given to me by so and so Vaishnava. I don't like to do it. So, because of your mental situation, it becomes very heavy and very difficult to do. This is how people do sadhana normally. Oh, like that. I have to chant. I have to do this seva. I have to, like that. Actually, somebody is very nicely engaging you at least a little bit. But this is your attitude towards it. Our attitude towards the devotional service that we are doing makes or breaks our own consciousness. See, Lord Chaitanya is cleaning the temple. He is jumping and dancing. The Rath Yatra expanded into 7. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Jagannath is reciprocating with him. So many wonderful things are happening. But he is cleaning Gundicha temple. Why he is showing us it does not matter what you do. If you are deeply focused, associated, connected with Krishna, then that service will become very relishable. But what we do is we compare ourselves with others. And we think, I want that type of a position. This is not as good as that. This way you make material estimations of the devotional service. And because of this, you lose the opportunity to perform it enthusiastically. But you see, some people are simple-minded. You ask them to do something, they nicely do it and bring it. Ask them, they don't say, I want to do seva, like they sit on the chair and put my hands into the fingerboard and keyboard and do this. That seva I want. White collar seva. I don't want to do this seva and this seva. Make distinctions between seva. All seva is absolute truth. Some are required to do certain type of seva because they know how to do it. Some are not able to do certain types of seva because you need not know how to do it. Whatever you know, you can do nicely. And you can become trained also. So it is not really the service per se. It is the bhava you carry into that service. That will make it exciting. This beautiful pastime shows that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is ecstatic in cleaning the place. And of course, there are side things also happening. But the real thing is mentioned here. I'm looking for that verse. If you clean physically, what will actually happen is you clean your consciousness. Consciousness cleaning, subtle body cleaning, physical cleaning, body and surroundings. 3 types of cleaning. Consciousness is getting cleaned although you're cleaning externally. That is the interesting aspect of it, because it happens to be the Lord's temple. So what is the real cleaning inside? Prabhupada explains that in Chaitanya Charitamrita in Adi Leela chapter 1 or 2 I think, he explains how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu are capable of cleaning your heart. Right? Are capable of cleaning your heart. Heart is filled with a lot of dark matter. Scientists will understand dark matter differently, but it's filled with making your consciousness bleak. So it's mentioned Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can clean your heart, help you clean your heart. So somebody will ask, so what is there in the heart? Prabhupada quotes there in the purport from Mahabharata Udyoga Parva. And he says that there are 5 types of ignorance that have to be removed by cleansing the heart. And that is done by chanting the holy name of the Lord. And he says that it will be helped by Gauranitai. Nityananda Prabhu and Gauranga Mahaprabhu will help you to clear it. What are those 5 types of ignorance? Number 1, ignorance of thinking I am this body, I am this material body. This is one big ignorance. Because of that, other things happen inside our head. Number 2, sense gratification is the best form of enjoyment. This understanding that you have is wrong. It's ignorance. And because of that, when you don't have the sense gratification, you become very sad and morose and you fall asleep. You are not interested in anything. Why? Because you are not able to have that sense gratification. Number 3 is sense gratification. Number 2 is sense gratification. Number 3 is because of this wanting sense gratification, you become greatly anxious. You are in full anxiety. Oh, he is enjoying. I'm not able to enjoy. Oh, I can do this to enjoy. Like this, many, many things. But I'm not comparing yourself with others and everything going on. So that creates anxiety inside you. This is number 3. Number 4 is lamenting. Oh, a nice chance for enjoyment, all gone waste. Oh, this happened to that. We do a lot of lamentation. I wish. This is one type of contamination in the heart. Lamenting. Sochati Kankshati, mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. Then the 5th one. First is thinking I am this body. Second is thinking material enjoyment is a sense gratification is the highest form of enjoyment. Then number 3, thinking that because of not having an enjoyment, you become anxious. There's anxiety. And number 4, you're lamenting. And number 5, to think that there is not something more than the absolute truth, Krishna. Who created God? That's a very common question. Very common question is, who created God? Very smart question I have asked you. Now you cannot answer. Who created God? This is a contamination. Everybody thinks it's a very, very intelligent question I have asked you. Actually, it's a very stupid question. Because you don't know the definition for God. And therefore, you don't have the yogyada. You don't have the qualification to ask who created God. First of all, learn who is God, then ask the person who created God. Right? So if you ask that person definition, okay, you're asking who created God. So you must be knowing who is God. Please tell me who is God? I don't know. So you have no right to ask the other person. So this is another big contamination. These 5 contaminations, they will be removed from the heart by the mercy of Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. This is mentioned very nicely in the purport Prabhupada stating this. So you can see that how to cleanse ourselves. What is the process of cleansing? And what is the type of dirt? Everything is mentioned. The details of the dirt, 5 types of dirt inside is mentioned. If you chant Hare Krishna and follow these nice instructions, you will see that you will feel that you're cleansed. It's like, when you take a bath and come out, you feel very fresh and clean. You feel energetic. You feel, wow. Feel like going and conquering the whole world. You will feel like that when your consciousness gets cleansed inside, you become bright. It's not like physical cleansing. You'll actually experience Cheto Darpanamarjanam. When you chant your rounds nicely, you'll feel this little bit. Light and feel great. Ready to take the whole world. You can experience cleanliness in a little way. And you can imagine that if your consciousness is fully pure and filled with Krishna, how it will be. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing that in this pastime. So it's mentioned here, Yei mata purudvara age patayata sakala shodhilataha ke varnibe kata. Outside the gateway of the temple, all the roads were also cleansed, and no one could tell exactly how this was done. In commenting on the cleansing of the Gundicha temple, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as the world leader, was personally giving instructions on how one should receive the Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, within one's cleansed and pacified heart. If one wants to see Krishna seated in his heart, he must first cleanse the heart as described by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Sikshashtakam, Cheto Darpana Marjanam. In this age, everyone's heart is especially unclean, as confirmed in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Hridayantastohi Abhadrani. To wash away all dirty things accumulated within the heart, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised everyone to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The first result will be that the heart is cleansed. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.17 confirms the statement. Shanavatam Swakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridayantastohi Abhadrani Vidunoti Suhritsatam. Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is a Paramatma, super soul in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who relishes his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. If a devotee at all wants to cleanse his heart, he must chant and hear the glories of the Lord Sri Krishna, Shanavatam Swakata Krishna. This is a simple process. Krishna himself will help cleanse the heart because he is already seated there. Krishna wants to continue living within the heart, and the Lord wants to give directions. But one has to keep his heart as clean as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu kept the Gundicha temple. The devotee therefore has to cleanse his heart just as the Lord cleansed the Gundicha temple. In this way, one can be pacified and enriched in devotional service. If the heart is filled with straw, grains of sand, dust, weeds, in other words, Anya Abhilashita Purna, one cannot enthrone the Supreme Personality of Godhead there. The heart must be cleansed of material motives brought about through humanitarian work. This way, the purport goes on. So, what happened is that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is cleaning and others are helping. They're bringing water and cleansing. And the comparison is made here to Kutinati, Himsa, and such aspects that are inside the heart. Fault-finding capacity. Finding a fault with a devotee is a dirt in the heart. The tendency to find fault. Always looking out for any fault. In my mind, Ramachandra Puri comes to mind. Ramachandra Puri had fallen to such a low level that he started finding fault with everybody, including Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The first thing that happens in fall downs is you become depressed, you become weak, you become negative, then you finding fault with others, then you slowly commit offenses. Then you feel legitimized in finding fault. And in this way, you will not listen to anybody. Gradually, you'll go low and low and low and low. And you will always justify what you are doing with your own intelligence. Yeah, therefore I did like this. He did like that, he did like this. So what? So what? Like that. You will rationalize it. You not listen to anybody. You not listen to anybody. Only what you say matters. And what you do, you will do. This shows, materially they'll say this guy is very stubborn. But no, he has maybe been assigned this type of a situation wherein he'll not be able to get the association of devotees. He'll isolate himself gradually by his own making. These type of things are mentioned here. What will happen to a person who does that? And how we have to be clean in the heart. Because the heart is where Krishna consciousness is. The heart is where love of Krishna starts. The heart is where faith is situated. In this way, you will see that in many different ways, we will be benefited if we simply take part in physical cleansing of the temple. Actually, all over the world today, they will read Gundicha Marjana and they will do a complete Maha cleaning in many places of the temple, your place, your dressing, everything, in the spirit of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and clean the place up. And you will feel very cleansed. You feel you've got the blessing of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Of course, today it is like technology oriented. I don't clean, I got a robot. See, he will clean. One thing will move around the whole house. And the robot will learn where the table is, which corner is what, how it is going to clean everything, and go and move around like this and clean it. And then, very smart, very good. He said, more clean than anybody can ever clean. When more clean than the servant maid or anybody else you hire. This will clean so good. I know some of us are getting ideas immediately. Oh, really? Tell me about that. Which brand? Let me buy it. Why I'm saying this is, Lord Chaitanya could have done cleaning of the Gundicha with a robot. Clean the whole place. It will be even better than that. More clean, isn't it? Naturally, that's the logic that comes inside your head. But the problem with cleansing your consciousness is you can't use a robot. It has to be done by you. You can't outsource that cleansing to anybody else. Robotic cleaning doesn't work there at all. Only you know your heart, and only you know what is happening there. Therefore, the methodology of cleaning, mostly it is very difficult for people to even understand these subject matters. To even accept that I am unclean, I need to be cleansed. That itself is a great step. Most people don't even get knowledge. Only if you get knowledge and deliberate on it, you will be able to understand I should do something about it. But right in the beginning, they don't even get the knowledge. They're impeded in so many ways by so many material situations. Not easy to get knowledge of the Lord, it won't come to you. Although you may even try. Definitely in our Krishna consciousness execution and performance, Krishna is always involved. So if you want to clean your heart also, it will be done only by the mercy of the Lord. You desire to do it. You're intensely desiring to do it. And then the Lord is providing the facility to do it. It's like here, the Lord is desiring to clean. And He's saying, give me brooms, give me pots, give me this, everything. And give me devotees. All these are resources needed for cleaning. So when we want to cleanse our heart, we also need association of devotees. We should also know how to accept the cleaning, not sit and fight and argue with the person who's telling you, you should do like this. Then you're very unfortunate. The person will say, okay, fine, you can do it your own way. He'll leave you alone to do your own cleaning. You must also know how to accept somebody who is genuinely advising. So it's not that everybody who has information gets it. And it's not that everybody who has the information acts on it. And it's not that everybody who acts on that information actually gets it. Because the Lord's mercy has to be there. Okay. That's why this instance of this devotee coming and washing the Lord's lotus feet. And he is caught by the neck and thrown out by the Lord's assistants. I think Swaruddam were thrown out. It's not that Lord Charan said, he's a Vaishnava, why did you do like this to him? Everybody watched it. He poured and kept on drinking, and the Lord gave a very tough look. Not a displeased look. But internally he was happy that this person has value for this thing. Just like Kalidas. Kalidas was so keen on getting the remnants. He showed great enthusiasm to get the remnants. And the Lord appreciated his enthusiasm and told him, give him my plate. My Mahaprasadam plate, give it to him. He is the most enthusiastic to take Mahaprasadam. And when the Lord saw the enthusiasm of the lady who got up on his shoulder and held the Garuda Sambha and took darshan, and when his assistant said, get on, and shouted and said, why are you shouting at that lady? She has so good enthusiasm to see the Lord. It's a nice, good thing. It doesn't matter if she stands on my thing. So the Lord showed that having enthusiasm to do seva for Krishna, having enthusiasm is a quality that we should manufacture ourselves from inside. Adhu Shadda, Tata, what is it? Utsaha, Nischaya, Dhairya, Tatat Karma Pravartana. Utsaha, enthusiasm. If you read Prabhupada's books nicely, if you chant Hare Krishna nicely in the company of devotees, you'll remain enthusiastic and you can take a good criticism that comes from somebody. Prabhu, this is not good, you should do like this. Thank you very much for telling me. I think your Krishna has been sent. Krishna has sent you to give me this instruction. Immediately he's connected with Krishna. And he accepts that. Acceptance is very important. Denial, saying, no, that's okay, I'm fine. Who said so? When such people you cannot talk to. You feel, okay, you do your own thing, what you want to do. Bad luck. In this way, you lose the mercy of a Vaishnava, who's eager to instruct you, eager to show you how to do things, and eager to see you progress in Krishna consciousness. But if you earn a Vaishnava's wrath by saying that I will not do something, it's okay, go do what you want. The neglect from a Vaishnava is horrible. It will ruin you completely. It will ruin you. Krishna is not neglecting us. Krishna is constantly in your heart as Super Soul. He's constantly reminding you. Although you don't take heed, He's not given up on us. You know what's the meaning of giving up is, okay, this fellow is like this only. I don't want to do anything with him. You're finished. You're finished. So, getting the attention of the Lord, getting the attention of a Vaishnava, and remaining under the guidance, very important for us. Chaitanya Charitamrita shloka that says that Vaishnava association is very important for progress in spiritual life. And the second line says, after achieving the progress and becoming Krishna conscious also, Vaishnava association is very important to sustain it. Very nice shloka. It says, even after you have become Krishna consciousness, you need association to sustain your Krishna consciousness. So association is required all the time. And therefore, in the association of devotees, when you perform these type of activities, you become closer to Krishna and you become cleansed. So this whole chapter is very beautiful. I'm not able to find that shloka. I have exhaustively searched. Kutinati, Jivahimsa, Lord Chaitanya will explain. I mean, Krishnadas Kaviraj will explain. These are the things that Lord Chaitanya found and threw out and made the place very clean, fit for bringing the Lord inside. So, this pastime of cleansing of the Gundicha temple, very peculiar. The Lord is cleaning Himself and showing. So, we should understand from here that physically we should keep clean. Physically, we should particularly keep the temple very clean, free from dust, grime, dirt. And why? Because the Lord is situated here. And inside for Him and around Him should be kept very clean. The other purport of this is, similarly, we should keep our insides very clean. We should be free from all this lust, anger, greed, envy, all that. And for that, how to clean? We should constantly be in the association of devotees. We should read Bhagavad, the Bhagavad Gita, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. We should scrutinizingly read it. And then you should render seva to the Lord. All these things will contribute to cleansing your heart. Although the Lord performed this pastime, He showed something very wonderful, sent a very powerful message. That it is our duty to laboriously clean our heart. And it is a different type of a cleansing. And to do that, you should chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, in a very focused, deliberate way. When we chant carefully, chant with responsibility, attend to Krishna in His holy name, then you will see all this cleansing occurs much easier. That is easier. Cheto Darpana Mahajanda. Holy name can clear your heart. What is the statement? The holy name can clear your heart. So, Krishna has come as the holy name. He enters your tongue, enters your mind, enters your heart, and helps in the cleaning. But you have to do the cleaning. You have to do the cleaning. If you are not interested, why will anybody else be interested? Why Krishna is interested if you are not interested? Krishna can only influence you. Krishna can give His mercy. But you have to act. You have to act. So, one should not be lazy in progressing in Krishna consciousness. At the same time, one should follow these instructions that are given here. Om Tat Sat. Jai Shri Prabhupada Ki. Any question or comment? Any question or comment? If you're careless, you'll offend. You should be conscious and focused about what you're doing, why you're doing. Carefully you do. Then you'll not be offensive. Not be offensive. Most people are very good at all these things when they do their work in the office, in their profession, in the this thing. Very carefully do everything and get success and get a Nobel Prize also. But when it comes to Krishna consciousness, why it is not possible? They're not taking care, they're not focused. That's all. You have to practice abhyasena tu kaunteya. And you should value it. When you value it, you will do it very carefully.
how to get value for devotional service that we do. So we get knowledge. First way is to get knowledge. Read Prabhupada's book, read the Bhagavatam. Then you know the rarity of devotional service. Then you know why it is so important. Then you appreciate every chance and opportunity Krishna gives you to serve properly. And it's up to you to maintain that mood. Don't succumb to the material world's mood. What is there? It's just some thing. Because you will materialize all absolute information, practice, action, everything, and make it relative. That's what the mind does. It transfers your devotional service to the material, mundane plane of relativities. Don't allow that to happen. Don't allow that to happen. That's why you must read Prabhupada's books. Become very inspired. Of course, Super Soul Paramatma also plays a very key role. So it's up to us to remain Krishna conscious. Yes. Any other question? Yes, that is the shloka normally done for Vishuddhacha, Kutinati, Jiva Hinsa, Labha, Puja, Pratishta, Yadi, Pashaka Gana. This, you can read it maybe, text 158 of Madhya Leela, chapter 19, fourth chapter and 19th shloka. Sorry. Where is it written? Madhya 4th volume. Anyway, chapter 19, Madhya Leela, text 159. Nishiddhachara kutinati jiva hinsana labha puja pratishtadi yat upashaka gana. Some unnecessary creepers growing with the bhakti creeper are the creepers of behavior unacceptable for those trying to attain perfection, diplomatic behavior, animal killing, mundane profiteering, mundane adoration, and mundane importance. All these are unwanted creepers. You can maybe read that. It's a long proper. These are all mentioned. This is what I mentioned by dirt in the heart. And this has to be removed. Om Tat Sat, Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki